Welcome to the latest episode of Westworld. I am Brad Reed, and I am joined by Chip Goddard.
Hello.
Chip and I were joined earlier by Travis Griffin, and you're going to hear him later in the show. But we kind of decided, and this is like a spur-of-the-moment deal. We had the plan that we were going to watch the first episode of Season 2 of Westworld.
Which we did.
We did do that.
Great episode.
And it was awesome. And... you know, we had Travis. We went on Facebook Live. That was our first time of ever going on Facebook
It's real
Live.
awkward. You guys should watch it. It's
It
great.
is awkward. I really, you know, and sometimes you go back and you watch it and it's like, or listen to it and it's like, it's not as awkward as I thought it was going to be. But then sometimes, you know, it's like I say earlier, it's hard for me to differentiate sometimes because everybody thinks their babies are good looking, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And obviously that's not the case.
But, yeah, so we had Travis on. We did the Facebook Live, and that was our reactions to the episode.
Just going out there, we had a lot of comments that we could not see.
Yeah, we did. So we appreciate everybody like Tom,
Jeremiah?
Crystal, Jeremiah.
So we gave him a shout out.
Yeah.
And he gave us a shout out.
So, yeah, because Jeremiah watches Crystal's videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... yeah, we appreciate everybody that tuned into that. And that was awesome. We're going to do that every episode, a new episode on HBO. Because, like, maybe is there any weeks? I haven't looked ahead, but there might be a week where maybe Memorial Day weekend.
When they take off?
Yeah,
but I haven't checked the schedule.
Every week that there's a new episode, we'll go live to give you our reactions. So you'll hear that later in the show. Yep. But me and Chip, we ended up coming up with a plan tonight, and we're hoping that this plan is one that everybody kind of likes because it's revolutionary.
Well, kind of revolutionary. I was a huge fan of MST3K as a kid.
Yeah,
like probably where a lot of my asshole comments come from.
Well, and this isn't actually, it's not revolutionary at all because there's like podcasts where people do the watch-along while they're watching movies, you know, and I'm sure that they do them for episodes of different TV shows. I don't know of any personally that have done one for Westworld.
Yeah, I don't like good things, so I don't really go out and find stuff. But
so we might be the only one. I don't know, but here's the idea. If you're a fan of Westworld, that's why you're listening to our podcast, Westworld. During the season, we're going to do a watch-along. So the podcast here in just a few minutes when we start it is going to be us watching episode 1 of season 2 of Westworld. Yep. The idea is you've watched it already or you want to watch it while we're watching it at the same time. That's the key, is you've got to watch it at the same time. Yep. So we'll be watching it and it's like an hour and 20 minutes.
Hour 15, yeah.
So there might be some times where we're a little quiet, maybe, you know, and so it won't be like the typical podcast that we've done. But
for like copyright reasons, we have to talk over it so much.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it won't be the focal point. Yeah. You won't be listening to this in lieu of watching the episode.
So we may just randomly say things, talk about our day.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that may happen because it's an hour and 20 minutes.
Right. Of something we've already seen.
Yeah.
So
because that was the plan. We were going to watch it, review it on Facebook. Then we're going to watch it again so we could kind of pick out some of the stuff and then do a podcast. And it was going to turn into a 5-hour affair.
Yeah. And you know what? Wisecrack's coming out with a Westworld podcast.
Yeah.
And those guys have a lot more time, a lot more money, and a lot more expertise in like philosophy. And
I'll throw out another one that's, you know, more of the mainstream kind of decoding Westworld. They do it for Game of Thrones. They did it for last season. I assume they're going to do it for this season.
Oh, I follow them on Facebook. They're great.
Okay, yeah. So, have they made any mention of season 2? Are they going to be doing their?
Oh yeah, they're going to be doing their own.
Okay.
And also Beyond Westworld.
Yeah. So those, you know, if you're looking for the typical conversation that way, then those are good ones to start. But like I say, me and Chip, we're going to keep doing this as long as you guys like it. Because this is something we've always wanted to do, where we're basically, you know, and there might be times where we pause the showing for whatever reason, but you'll never know it because I'll edit it out.
That's the magic of what Podcast
editing, all that. And, feel free. Pause the our podcast and pause yours and come back to it. Whatever.
Go have a vape outside because smoking's not cool.
Yeah. So it'll be fun. But here in just a second, we're going to start the episode. What was the name of this episode for season 2?
I didn't even look up.
Well, is it on there where we're showing the
Journey into Night?
Journey into Night,
which was the name that Ford called his last storyline.
Chip, before we start the episode, we got a sponsor.
Oh, who's our sponsor?
Cadell and Company.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. Being a podcaster, it's not something that you normally do for money. You do it because you love it, So,
what does Cadell and Company do?
Well, they are a construction company. They've been doing construction for they are 4th-generation builders. I know they've been doing like the commercial construction for over 20 years, and now they're doing residential stuff like home improvement stuff you see on TV, and you want for your own home. They can make it a reality.
I have a question. Can they build me a robot Western theme park?
Yeah, they can.
Cool.
They've been doing like historical preservation of the Jim Thorpe building at OU campus.
Oh, sweet. So they know all about cowboys and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Yeah, you can check out pictures at Cadell and Company on their Facebook page. And because they've been doing that. They've been doing, like I said, the Jim Thorpe, the Norman Fire Department. They've been doing some home improvement projects. I guess a fire department is kind of a business and a home, right? Because those guys live there for,
And where they keep ghosts, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of supplies do they have?
They have a showroom down in Norman, and they've got like all these materials like wood flooring, tile flooring, carpet, cabinets, countertops. And when you go down there, check out all that stuff in the showroom. They don't have any salespeople. It's just, like I say, they're a family-owned business. So they're going to just consult with you. Whatever you want, they're going to make it happen, and then they're going to install it into your home. If you're, some people, I always say this on some of the other podcasts, I'm not a do-it-yourselfer. If you come over to my house, you'll see the times that I have done it myself. And I wish that because it's all about trusting people.
Yeah.
And I trust Cadell and Company because it's a friend of mine.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Corey Cadell and his family. So you should give them a call. They've got 405-928-5026. Again, 405-928-5026. And here's the special deal that they made to all of our listeners. If you mention the Westworld podcast, you get 10% off all those materials.
That's awesome. I wish I had known this when my house flooded 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. They're right now they're telling me this is the time of year that people are looking to get all this stuff done. Home prices are going up, so this will bring up the value of your home. And
perfect.
Yeah. Did I say home prices are going up? I mean, home values.
Home values.
Yeah.
Well, prices too.
Yeah, I guess they are. Yeah, because you want to get the most when you sell that house, right?
Right. Actually, putting in tile floors was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Now I don't really have to worry about raising a puppy.
Yeah, exactly. So do you have because they have this wood floor, but it's tile.
No, mine just like a regular tile.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you could. They were showing me it's a wood floor that you can put it in the bathrooms. You can put it everywhere.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I'd been doing this podcast when my house flooded.
I know, because I'm gonna go up there and be like, the Westworld podcast 10%. Okay. The Nerds to Men podcast 10%. All right.
Is it cumulative?
The Oh Yeah Wrestling. I'll just keep going because I need it all in my house.
They end up paying you.
Yeah, they're probably going to be like, you guys got to go.
That's great.
You've taken advantage. But Cadell and Company, look them up on Facebook. They've got the pictures. They've got directions to their showroom in Norman. And we just really thank them for being one of our sponsors.
That's awesome.
And if you want to be a sponsor, just contact us. Get hold of us on the Facebooks or whatever.
Or our email, jestworld@gmail.com.
That's
we
a good
want
place.
Comments, especially about the formatting of our show.
Yeah. Like I say, if people are like, man, I'd just rather listen to an hour of you just talking about it, then we'll take that into consideration.
We can do that too.
But we were like, hey, we're already going to be doing this, so we might as well combine it into a couple of things. Yeah. So is it time to hit the old play button?
I think so. Nope, got to unlock my pad.
So, get your Westworld Season 2, Episode 1 ready to hit play on right now.
Yep.
And we're going to do that, and we're going to just kind of comment along the way.
I'm using HBO on demand.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the easiest way for me to do it.
Yeah, and it's legal.
And it's legal. One of the rare shows I watch legally.
Yeah. So, yeah, get it ready. Watch it.
Speaking of which, I had to cancel my Stars account.
Oh,
because of Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Yeah. Oh, you were mad about that.
R.I.P.
I think it was my fault for only watching it on Netflix.
I hold you personally responsible.
You should.
Okay, so I'm going to give a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Play. I hate technology.
Now you feel my pain because I've got this iPad that plays sound bites on all my shows, and I go to hit it like.
All right, we're gonna give this one more shot. 3,
right.
2, 1, and play.
There we go.
It's working. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit the lights.
All right. You should be seeing like an hour and 15 minutes and 46 seconds as we're.
Oh, this is just a trailer?
Trailer for, is this a show on HBO?
I don't know. Is that Michael Jordan or whatever his name is?
Michael B. Jordan.
Is this 1984? Or Catch-22?
Yes, Fahrenheit, is it Fahrenheit 9/11? No,
451?
9/11. What'd you say?
Fahrenheit 451?
Yeah. 9/11. Why did I say that?
It's crazy how many books have almost the same exact story.
Oh, yeah.
He's my favorite of the Michael Jordans, by the way.
Michael Shannon is also in this. I want to see it.
See, I can't. I hate Michael Shannon. I can't help it. It's one of those things like
Fahrenheit 451.
All I see is him being Van Alden from Boardwalk Empire, being all sexually repressed, and
he's always weird in his. But I love him. Here we go. This is kind of the recap of season 1, which
her
you've
name
been
is
listening.
Angela. Who are you really?
So if you're watching, you probably got to see an ad, or now there's a recap of season 1, which you probably listened to the recaps of us, and yeah. So the actual episode has not started just yet.
Yeah, just the recap.
I've been coming here for 30 years. So you own the place. The money men. Jealous.
I love Anthony Hopkins. He's a treasure, Just like one of the greatest actors of our time.
Man at the Asking died 35 years ago.
I'll watch anything with Anthony Hopkins in it.
I'm kind of going that way with Ed Harris now, too.
I love Ed Harris. And he has an Oklahoma connection.
I love that. We should get him on the show.
I know. I don't know if anybody that we know knows Ed Harris, but we do need to find a way to get him on. Are we going to play little sound bites? Should I get the Delos sounder?
We can if you'd like. We don't have to. It's completely up to you.
Yeah, I guess there's no rules in our new world we're creating.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're probably going to upload this into 2 sections, didn't we say?
Yeah. This is going to be a 2-parter just because, it's more or less an hour and 20 minutes plus with our little bit.
With our post-show reaction that we already recorded with Travis.
So that just means more feathers in our hat.
That means we kind of operate on 2 different timelines on Westworld.
We do 2 timelines.
That's pretty sweet.
And we're playing them out of order.
Yeah.
What?
I think we're robots.
I'm totally a robot.
The code. Someone's been using our host to smuggle that out of the park.
I'm still surprised about. I still want to know about those drone hosts that.
Oh my gosh!
Bernard knew nothing about.
I know. Yeah, we're gonna get into that when we see it here in just a little bit. But
how can he not know anything about that?
And Travis had a great theory that I kind of butchered in the recap, but we'll kind of go over it again coming up when we see it here.
He insisted that we couldn't open the park, so he altered you to Norris. Help me destroy this place.
still on the recap so far.
Yeah, that recap is pretty in depth.
It's good to watch, though.
These things you're doing, have you ever stopped to ask why you're doing it?
See, but we're gonna get so many timelines in this because we're gonna have all their memories coming back to them at the same time. And
Yeah.
it's just gonna be fun.
Dispatch QA teams to the galley.
All right, now on the recap, they're at the final party with a bunch of members of Delos. We see Man in Black William facing down the group of hosts that are coming for him. Now Maeve. It's kind of like we're doing like play-by-play.
Yep.
Coming up, we got Dolores with the gun. She shoots Ford. He falls over. He's dead. HBO Entertainment.
Oh boy.
Oh, I forgot about the open. We gotta talk during Evan Rachel Wood and. I guess so, though. This is a commitment.
Because the music, yeah.
Every week we gotta make. You're gonna sit through it with it because everybody's probably like you and I.
Right. Well, this would be the time to go to the bathroom, grab a
we
drink.
fast forward. Hey, that's new, isn't it? The bull, the bison. They've changed the opening a little bit, haven't they?
Yeah, because it was a horse, wasn't it, in the first one?
Yeah, I think so. So there's Floki's name. See, that's new. That's Maeve, or maybe not.
The ugly Skarsgård?
The ugliest of the Skarsgård brothers.
It almost looks like it's the drone host playing the piano now.
Oh, yeah.
The hands.
Yeah.
Just now that we know what a drone host is.
I didn't even pay attention to any of the opening, but it is a new opening, so.
Oh, yeah. It's so
But by episode 5, I'm going to be fast forwarding through this part, like most of the people will. But as Mystery STK or whatever you would say, 3K.
MST3K.
I don't want to be. This would be, I guess, where we should have some clever jokes or some.
Well, they make fun of the
witty.
see,
that's all different.
They make fun of the actors.
Do
They're
they?
like,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Well, this might not be. I mean, we're not here to.
We need puppets.
We're not here to just rip them off, though. Ooh, I have hand puppets. I've made them.
In therapy.
All right, is this Arnold or Bernard?
I'm sorry, Dolores. I was lost in thought.
We were just talking.
Oh, yeah.
What were we talking about?
I think it's Arnold and Dolores.
You were telling
I think
me
you're
about
right.
a dream.
Yes.
I think we've seen
I dreamt I was on an ocean.
something similar to this in the first season.
You and the others on a distant shore.
On a distant shore.
Are you with us?
Remember that.
Yeah.
No. You left me behind.
And
Waters were
she had left him behind.
me.
What's it mean?
Because there might be some people who are listening to this, I guess, while we're watching it, and they haven't seen it.
Right.
I can't imagine you would, but so I don't know if we should spoil the end just yet.
Well,
I guess just pay attention to all that if you
yeah.
haven't seen
That
it.
comes later in the end. Yeah.
Irreplaceable.
Let's just assume people have watched it. Spoilers.
Well, then why is it so on the nose about like he's dreamed this as Arnold, and then it happens to Bernard?
I don't know. That's a really good question. This my name, but we don't know this is Arnold.
Because it's not completely honest.
Yeah, that's true.
That's just our assumption.
This could be Bernard 20 years from now, and him and Dolores haven't aged.
Yeah. This could be like the end timeline.
Yeah. Blew my mind, Chip.
Why on earth would you ever be frightened of me?
Not who you are now, but you're growing.
You're growing, boy.
Growing boy. Oh, we have to look for because I think it says New Walter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna look for that later.
We're watching it with the captions on, which is good because, like, I do miss a lot of things. I'm not good at hearing.
I just grew up around deaf people. Not real deaf people, but
Like
just old people that couldn't hear.
Oh, I thought you meant like super deaf, like Def Jams. All right, so these are all like some weird memories then. And then
And now he's at the party.
Yeah, Bernard's at the party where.
Boom! Anthony Hopkins' brain all over the place.
Okay, so this was interesting. That was Dolores in like a black dress.
The party dress.
Yeah. There's Abernathy. So yeah, it makes more sense to think that was Bernard later at some other point.
I mean, and this could be the memory he was having.
Yeah. So it wasn't a dream.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was a memory of something that.
Well, that's
had
what
happened.
dreams are. Dreams are just mishmashes of like reality that we use to deal with things.
Yeah, I mean they're not like mine aren't completely all memories though. Like I don't know. I don't really have dreams of memories. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, but I mean it's like it.
But
all your dreams draw on memories. Like,
right. They all make up your self-conscious
Yeah.
or yeah. So here we got Bernard actually waking up on the beach, and there's a group of mercenaries, security forces, and look who's there.
Stubbs.
Hey, so does that mean we won some points on the Futura?
Yeah, we did.
Is that what
Boom.
it's called? Futura?
Future. With Futuur.
Oh, not UF?
Nope, not UF. Ibrahim, we love you.
Ibrahim, I hope you're listening. Hope you're doing good out there. He's in Bangladesh. I don't know if he's there. He might be a traveler,
But
but
look, yeah, see,
That's where he's based
weird.
out of.
Why do they?
oh, they have these cards, right?
Yeah,
So,
with pictures of people, like I guess high priority people.
but so they weren't. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But were they identifying hosts, or just? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it looked like. I mean, no one's treating him like a host.
Look at those ships.
Yeah, I mean they're out in the ocean.
Yeah. So this is where we find out the answer to where we were talking about where could Westworld be, and we thought it would be on an island.
Yeah, it'd have to be, and we find out it is. But now, like the size of it, the sheer since it's got all the different worlds,
Yeah.
it'd have to be something like the size of Australia or New Zealand or something.
Right.
Like, you can ride a horse for days and not get to the end,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I don't know. There's not enough animals that'll kill you for it to be Australia.
I mean, unless it's a time where they've cleared out animals and people and.
Yeah, they're terraforming it or whatever.
But there's a reference made later. I'll talk about it.
They're just going through and killing hosts.
Yeah.
Right now.
There's a reference made later, and I'll point it out. There's is that Mutton Chop
That was
Rapist?
Mutton Chop Rapist.
Where they mentioned that it's about codes, and my theory kind of about how this is all a simulated simulation, like our life is.
Yeah. That's what what's his face thinks. The Tesla car guy.
Oh yeah, I've read that it's more mathematically likely that we're in some kind of simulation and we're the copy.
Yeah. Floki, I believe you. I've heard that simulation too. I can't remember the.
I don't know. I probably heard it on YouTube. So
Yeah.
that is Floki though from
Vikings.
Vikings, the ugliest of the Skarsgård brothers. It's funny that they got the ugliest of both brothers on this show.
Yeah. When we say they're ugly, they're both probably really attractive men.
Yeah, they're beautiful, but compared to their brothers, I mean,
Yeah.
compared to us,
Right. Yeah.
they're beautiful men.
Yeah. We can't compare to these dudes.
Look at that guy. He's so handsome.
Ugly ass him.
They're handsome together. I didn't even realize they had this scene together earlier.
Do they kiss?
Kiss, you ugly brothers. Make some uglier baby brothers.
We just need Stephen Baldwin in the group, and it would be set.
Yeah.
Hey, Alec, I wish I was like you.
You know, technically, I think I'm the ugliest of the Reed brothers, so it makes sense.
I'm the only brother, so I'm both the ugliest and the handsomest.
There you go.
I get to hold both titles.
You're the Schrodinger's box of handsome.
Until you look at me, I'm both hideous and beautiful.
That is true. I mean, we could be the best looking people if nobody's seen it. That's why I have a lottery ticket in my wallet that I never have checked.
Nice.
Because right now, I'm both a millionaire and poor as fuck.
I'm just really happy we got those ugly ass body doubles for our live YouTube.
Yeah, I know. That was funny. And then we overdosed our voice on them. Travis was real.
Travis was real, yeah.
But the other two guys were just some guys that hang out at the shop. We went to Delos and had them make them. This was an interesting scene right here on the beach with the Native American.
They scalp him.
Yeah. But first thing we noticed was that he has a maze underneath his scalp.
I feel like every one of them has it. It's just like standard operation.
All the hosts?
Yeah.
Okay. But wasn't it a Native American that they took from the first?
Yeah, it was that guy that was half corn husker.
Yeah, so it could be that it is just something hidden under the Native Americans, implying that they have some kind of special knowledge that the other...
Well, they do worship, like the programmers and shit.
Right. Yeah, this show is very much, it feels like it's like a declaration of, I'm mad at my God somehow. You know what I mean? So, the maze, they blow that off.
Oh, what's the Rick and Morty quote? You brought me to this world to do a screaming abomination.
Yeah. There's the little piece of the brain. It wasn't, it's not a fully formed brain, but they had a little piece, so it looked realistic.
Just meat. It's just brain meat.
And then they pull out, I guess, is this the processor?
It's probably like a hard drive, yeah.
Yeah, because it did have memory in it, right? Mm-hmm. What's that fluid, you think, that they got?
It's probably the fluid Bernard needs.
Yeah.
It's probably like keeping his...
You think it's like legit, like they've made like a replica of like spinal fluid and put it in there?
I bet it's like an electrolytic fluid that like powers the whole thing.
That would be interesting. That's a good theory.
I mean, I could be wrong, like I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Yes, I did use a 10-year-old joke. Don't judge me.
Hey, we got an hour and 20 to fill. We're going to use a lot of stuff that we won't be proud of later.
It might get really dark.
So we're seeing the memories now of this Native American as he's being killed. And
Native Americans seeing fisheye. I didn't know if you noticed that.
Mm-hmm. It looks like a GoPro, kind of. But then there's Dolores standing over him. And she said something, I think. Not all of us deserve to make it to the valley beyond. Okay.
Yeah. See, and they bring that up later, the little shepherd boy that they brutally murder in the the
barn
stable.
Yeah.
He was talking about like leading people to the valley beyond.
Interesting.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be the cheer, welcome away. They can't just change their character profiles.
Well, it seems our hosts are capable of many things we never thought possible.
party, Bernard.
Now Bernard's like, oh, I'm a robot.
I forgot I'm a robot.
I'm doing the robot.
Oh. Going back in time.
Or he's like, man, my arthritis. Okay, so this is now this is where Ford has just been shot.
The active revolt.
Yeah, the hosts have come in and they're firing, but this is an interesting scene too. Okay, let's watch this for just a second.
Okay.
Because the bullets, Bernard's in danger. Nobody else is. Is that correct? Or no? The bullets can hit them now.
Yeah,
I mean, they're hitting all the hosts.
All
That's
the
right.
safety.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Ford must have altered the system, coded it to read all of us as hosts.
Oh. So they're all. That explains later on why the drones don't recognize that he's a host.
Oh, okay.
Ford has coded the whole system.
To recognize
Everyone's a host.
everyone's a host. Interesting. So that's kind of his way of like getting Bernard out of there.
So that's how now everybody is in danger of being actually shot by they're smart bullets, I guess.
I'd have to say they'd be smart bullets.
I need to find us a target with more.
Drinking more milk. And see, Charlotte, she still doesn't know that Bernard's a host, right?
I don't think anybody knows Bernard's a host.
Right.
I think they would totally be treating him differently.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah.
I mean, look what they do to this little kid here in a second.
Management, aren't you? Where's the nearest access?
So, yeah, they recognize him as management.
Yeah.
2 miles northeast. Refurbishment outpost. What the fuck are we waiting for?
Language. And all these are Delos people, right? They're all the corporate Delos.
Or investors or something. They have to be, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a stable hand. He's harmless.
Yeah, the stable hand here.
I need to arrest him. I'm not taking any chances.
Evening. You folks aiming to saddle up? Ride for the green pastures of the valley beyond?
See the valley beyond.
Yeah.
Take you wherever you want.
And you're dead.
Yeah, now they're going to, like, torture this poor kid.
And this was an interesting scene because, you really don't see a lot of dead kids on TV.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those taboo things that they don't like to show.
And in video games, you can't kill kids. Like in Skyrim, you can kill
Yeah.
everybody but kids. You can have a whole village of kids.
Yeah. And, there's, of course, movies or TV shows where children are killed, but it's usually off screen or, the story is them finding out how it happened or something. You don't typically see them beating a child to death.
Well, you don't really see it in this either.
No.
I mean, like, they're kind of, like, off in the distance.
And this is that spinal fluid coming out of his ear, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
But you do see here in just a second, like, the child laying there dead.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they don't really cut corners.
Right. And so it's just interesting. But, because you justify it as this isn't a living human thing.
Right.
We're seeing like a robot thing. And we call them robots all the time, even though they're really not robots now, except for, I guess, they've got a robot brain.
I mean, they're technically not robots. They'd be more androids.
Android.
Yeah. But
I guess that's what I should call them from now on. Or it's easier, really, just to call them hosts.
or synthetics, if we're
Yeah.
going to go with the Weyland-Yutani thing.
But the point that I'm making is it makes it easier for us to process that and say, well, that was just a droid child, that even though it was a real child actor.
Right.
Okay, so the entertainer is
Right.
playing.
Well, it's not entertaining anymore.
No.
Like, that's why all these guests are running and being scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These entertainers are striking back. It's like if you went to Showbiz back in the day and the damn bear ate all the kids.
Right.
That'd be so dope, wouldn't it?
Disney World would be so much cooler.
Yeah. Chuck E. Cheese's Revenge.
I think we just wrote the new scary movie, like, of the year. Like a theme park that just starts randomly killing people.
Yeah. Thank you, Westworld.
Yeah.
Do you know where you are?
This was an interesting scene here, too, because Dolores has some more members of the, I guess, Delos, or their delegates, and
Yeah.
she's being pretty hardcore in this scene. But,
You're in my dream.
yeah, see, she says you're in my dream. And I think that, that means because her dream was to be in charge,
Well, to be free.
in
yeah.
charge of her own destiny.
Yeah.
From hell to
But doesn't she seem a little drunk on it here?
Oh, yeah. She,
question the nature of my reality.
it's got to be that Wyatt personality coming out. Like,
Yeah.
Because he loved violence. That's all he lived for.
Right. And she's got this family, and it's interesting. They're being hung by their necks, and they're standing on these crosses. Again, like I say, angry at their gods, basically.
Oh, yeah.
But
But who's not? Who's not angry at their God?
you're right.
Yeah.
But now she's kind of saying, no, I'm the god now.
Yeah.
The reckoning. The apocalypse.
Well, I like that little conversation she has with Teddy later, where
Yeah.
she talks about how they're monsters living amongst them.
I don't want to die, please. Yes. Survival. It's your cornerstone.
It's your cornerstone. She says that to these humans. Survival, it's your cornerstone. That was interesting.
And she had some great gun twirling. Like, I don't know if anybody out there's tried it. It's harder than it looks.
There's part of you that wants to hurt, to kill.
Created us.
It's why you created us. That's fun. That's not fun, but that's interesting. Because they wanted something to hurt for entertainment. The scenery was cool too in this episode. I mean,
Yeah.
Well,
Again, I feel like they put a lot of budget into the first episode.
true. But didn't you tell me too that all the episodes are going to be like an hour and 20 minutes?
Yeah, they're going to be longer this season, which
That's
probably
awesome.
means it's going to be the last season.
It could be. That's going to be so sad. Then it's Tangent World from here on out.
Yeah, right?
And Ibrahim will be happy, actually.
Yeah, have the name back.
Yeah.
but why? Seize the ugliness. And destroy.
So yeah, why it's her other personality, basically, that allows her to be a hardcore gangster. And she loves violent ends. Is this Russian roulette?
Pretty much, yeah. Except you're going to be hanged if you're not,
You're always loved.
if you lose.
It's the ode to Deer Hunter.
Never seen it.
You hate good things.
I do. Like I told you guys on Nerds to Men, I'm a curmudgeon.
So if there was a Westworld, you wouldn't go.
I'd be like, no, that's a lot of money. That's lame.
There's a lot of people going. I don't want to upload my experiences.
And see, look who would win.
Yeah,
The guy who stayed home.
yeah. You're right.
I read this great meme the other day. That was, there's a lot of really motivated people frozen to death on Mount Everest.
I have seen that same meme. Maybe did you repost it?
I probably did. It sounds like something I would do.
Because it does make sense. Sometimes you can be a little too ambitious. And
Trying leads to failure. Like,
yeah.
if you don't try, you don't fail.
Yeah. But I guess this is the part of the show where we get real.
And there's the wolf.
There is the wolf, and we did see that in the trailer.
All of the trailers were episode 1.
Yeah. But what I was going to say is, I've been thinking a lot lately about how I've been afraid to fail. So I always try to do like my best to not fail. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But sometimes you got to be told no a couple times, and I'm always afraid to just hear no, so I don't go knocking down on doors and stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, just the philosophy of Westworld
The
here,
philosophy of
or
Westworld.
Jestworld,
Yeah.
our philosophy.
Jestworld.
There's the wolf and the man in black. So is there any kind of connection between him? Like maybe he's gone lone wolf now. He's not on the side of the host or Delos.
Oh, he's living his dream. I mean, he could totally be living the wolf.
Right. Like the wolf is his totem or something.
La Vida Lupa,
I don't know what that means.
Life of the Wolf.
Ah.
La Vida Lobo.
I've only taken a little bit of Spanish and I
I
sucked
don't,
at it.
I'm just making stuff up.
I love this part of the show though.
Well, you know, in like Skyrim, when you're rich enough, like you can eventually buy a house.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Yeah. Yeah, it reminds me of I thought this was Logan at first.
Yeah. Boom, dead.
He did.
Not Logan.
No. And like, oh shit, your game's almost over, bro.
Right.
And at first, I almost thought this shooter on his right, I thought that was Lawrence at first too.
Yeah, he does look a lot like Lawrence.
But it ended up not being Lawrence. This is the part of the game that he was hoping for right here. You know?
Yeah.
Where the stakes actually matter.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Like,
But
that's
he-
his plan.
But he's such a badass.
This is all just a convoluted suicide scheme.
Could be. But he's not going to go down easy.
No. I mean,
He wants to earn his debt.
he's the ultimate gamer. Now he has one life.
Right. Like, I don't know, have you ever played the zombies on Call of Duty?
Yes, I have. Like
Well-
that.
I hate that game because me and my brother play it and get addicted to it. And you don't get to start over when you die. Like, you start over, but you don't get to start over at, like, the level you died at.
Right. You can start over from zero.
Every time.
Ooh. Yeah.
You could play for 2.5 hours, die. You know? So imagine this guy in the game that he's playing now.
I was a big Left 4 Dead fan. Love those
Ooh,
games.
I wanted to play that one. I never did because it was on Xbox, right?
Well, you know the theater downtown is doing. The music's starting over.
Right.
Yeah.
This is what we were talking about.
Yeah.
The music that plays when everybody arrives, you know, even when young William arrived, Teddy.
It's the dawn of a new day.
Yeah. This is a whole new game for him now. And he, you know, this is what he asked for. This is what he wanted. I love this part.
And all his gear's there.
It reminded me of Grand Theft Auto, I guess, where you have stash houses and stuff.
See, I'm almost getting the feeling on this second watch that he didn't put it there.
Oh, it was left there for him?
Well,
This
I mean,
is a pleasant surprise. But how did he know to open it?
It's a video game. You always open chests.
You're right. And that little grin. Oh, I loved it.
I feel like William or Ford would have left that for him.
True.
Like if he's got one more game.
Yeah. And so he just knew. He knew to open it.
Because do you think he had a like a tux like packed away in that little barn, in that little like cabin in the woods?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. He might.
Okay, so here we see the writer, who we always forget his name.
What's his name? Fourth. Yeah. never mind. Reminds me of an actor.
I can't. I'll maybe we'll.
Yeah, it'll come up when he says something. Sizemore.
Sizemore. That's right. Tom Sizemore.
Tom Sizemore. But this is that cannibal that he had been programming.
Oh yeah. Wouldn't that be the worst way to go? Like by the cannibal you programmed eats you.
Well, everybody he programmed everybody in the park.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Guess what? That's Maeve.
Don't work yourself.
That doesn't work.
Yeah, sorry,
Your commands don't work on me. Or on any of us from the looks of it.
but I do have this fancy new gun. Oh, she totally plays everybody in this movie. I love it. Or in the show.
Okay, so we're at like 45 minutes, 46 minutes.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we should go to this sequence. After this sequence here is over, we'll make that our halfway point,
Cool.
and then people can, we'll tell them when to pause it here. But what do you think about that?
That works for me.
All right. So she's talking with Sizemore.
Yeah.
I just remembered what happens with Sizemore.
Poor Sizemore.
Size more or
Size
size
less? Please.
I'm afraid it's in my code to prize my needs above all others. Pity. I wonder who made me that way.
I love that. Is it Thaddeus Newton?
Tandy, something like that. I always get her and the other, the one Zoe Saldana.
I love Zoe Saldana.
From
Colombiana. I love that movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I always get them confused. They're both beautiful.
Yeah.
I suppose you could be useful.
What's that? A P90X? Like the workout?
No, it's a P90
Yeah.
submachine gun. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and. Well, wait.
Yeah. There's a little bit here. Like I say, when it switches over, kind of storylines.
Next character.
Yeah.
Different characters.
That's where we'll
Gotcha,
pause
gotcha.
it. Yeah.
I just don't know when that happens.
It'll be a second here. But I'm sure it'll be soon, so it'll be a good time to switch over. Because if we try to upload a 2-hour podcast, I don't even know what that's going to do.
No one's gonna want to listen to a 2-hour podcast. They'll listen to the first 30 minutes and then turn it off.
Yeah.
Like these guys haven't said anything.
Doesn't sound like anything to me.
Exactly. It's just been 20 minutes of air silence.
Okay, so this is back in the the map room.
Oh, I bet let's pause at the bear. No. The bear.
Oh, I missed the bear
You missed the
earlier.
bear.
I was Facebooking about the show. Where did the bear come from?
They had to be working on one of the
Oh,
levels.
okay, that's right. That's a good call. Of course, they're not far from the other worlds, right? Because earlier
there
in
was
the
a tiger.
season 1, though, she walks over to
Samurai World.
or
Shogun World.
Shogun World.
I know the park a bit. Can I see a paper?
Sizemore is a king douche, though.
Oh yeah, I hope he doesn't make it out.
He's more of a friendly zone, cabins, rolling hills. all
Kinda hope he
some
does.
Cliches. In fact, I think you lived there for an old role.
So, like we watching this, she's trying to find her daughter.
Yeah.
Something yawn-inducing domestic. Clearly that didn't take. I remember that you were severely malfunctioning when I inherited you.
So there she is with her daughter. Now that was, it could have been the same day that the man in black came and killed her daughter and her, or it could have just been another day that because they kind of reenact the same day over and over.
Well, they were talking about the day she came in super messed up. That had to be the day the Man in Black did all his super evil shit. Mm-hmm. Or was it? Was it evil?
Well,
That's the
yeah.
question, yeah.
I don't think it would be in the if you're looking at this as this is all game, but
Right.
if these people, if these non-human droids, androids, if they have achieved some kind of aliveness, then that would be terrible to do.
Yeah. Even
But-
if they are functionally immortal.
But the problem is that how will we ever define that hard line between this makes something? We can't even decide this is political, and I'm not going to go too far down this rabbit hole. We can't even just decide when life starts.
Yeah, we'd never accept. There'd be no way we'd ever accept them as a living thing.
Right.
Like we would keep adjusting our definition of life.
Yeah.
With your outsized personality, would that be real?
I would be so terrified.
And a little turned on.
Yeah, I would have a full chub right now if I was size more. Definitely size more at this point. Oh, I thought she was like right up in his grill.
Okay, we're going to pause now.
Yeah, this is a good time to pause. Right now, Bernard is
maybe.
on. Yeah. So we're paused with...
However you think it's spread.
I don't know.
And what we'll do is for the second episode, we'll kind of back that up just a little bit.
I can rewind it.
But
yeah.
we're paused at right now at 36:37 is left, right? Or are we 36:37 into the episode?
36:37 left.
Okay. So that's where we are for Westworld Season 2, Episode 1, Journey into Night. We're going to pause this podcast and...
I'm going to take a break.
yeah, we're going to take just a little bit of a break, and then what we're going to do is we'll record the second part with the recap, and you'll be able to listen to this podcast, and then that will be on a second podcast that we will have up simultaneously. So if everybody's like, I want to listen to this straight through, this is the end of this podcast. Start the next podcast directly after.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
All right.